Welcome to our tub. Come on in. It's warm inside, and there's always room for more.
This podcast contains adult material and is intended for mature audiences only. If you're under 18, grab your rubber ducky and find another tub. This one's not for you. Hello and welcome back in the tub for episode 154. I'm Mr. Berg.
And I'm Mrs. Berg.
And this week's episode really is a full-length conversation. We're not going to waste too much time here at the beginning, as this interview really, it flowed. It was a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Someone, as you'll hear in the intro, brand new to us, had reached out and inquired and asked about being on the show. Well, our answer to that is, well, why, definitely.
Hell yes, why not?
Exactly. Did a little bit of research.
That's always the fun part.
Exactly.
Besides the actual conversation.
Yes. The lead up and the
foreplay, so to speak.
Yes, that's about exactly what I was going to say. The foreplay prior to our interviews. And after that and the conversation, just again, really enjoyed this conversation. Great woman, great content creator and performer. And, you know, as I've sat since, I'm like, it is so much like that hot high school teacher that you're always dreaming about. And it just resonates and rings. To sit down.
You definitely had one of those in high school.
I did. And to sit down and say, Mrs. Englewood, it just rings. So without further ado, we are going to hop right into this interview with the blonde MILF, Mrs. Englewood. All right, welcome back to this week's episode in the tub. For this segment, as we shared, we are joined by a very special guest. Our next guest, a stunning blonde MILF from the heartland. We have a lot of questions, and I'm sure we're going to learn a lot if you check out her social media. You see some of the fun scenes she has done. You can tell that, well, she just is loving life in every aspect. She's a sports fan. She's out eating wings, having some beers, hanging out with people, and then, well, it gets to the spicy stuff. So,
and buffalo sauce.
Yes, exactly. Not just the buffalo sauce. Please welcome Mrs. Englewood.
Thanks for having me, guys. This is fun.
Yeah. Again, thank you for taking some time. Thank you for reaching out and saying, hey, you know what? Would you guys be interested in having a conversation? That's always great for us to say, yeah, without a doubt. Let's, first off, for us, to find somebody new, to learn about someone, honestly, till we really got the message. Oh, let's check out who this content creator is. Well,
and what conclusions did you draw?
And essentially, I mean, I'll say I'm going, all right, well, there's a lot of overlap. We see some people that we know that you have worked with, that you have tagged and said, all right, you know, there are so many great performers and great people out there that it's, you know, to find everybody is always tough. And somebody new pops up, you're saying, all right, wow, I really want to get to know more about this person, about what they're doing, what they're creating. Because as I said in the intro, scrolling through your Twitter page, there's, you know, at the bar, having wings, having beers, talking about sports, and then you go right to the spicy stuff. It's I could tell, you know, both of us looking at it in your videos, you are having fun, enjoying what you're doing, down to earth, here I am. That's it.
If I'm not enjoying it, nobody's going to see it. I'm not going to put anything out there that I'm not having fun with, because that's not genuine. That's not who I am as a human. I'm a genuine person, and I want anyone who comes across any of my content to know that, to understand it, and to feel it.
Well, and again, just, from what we've seen, that definitely shines through it. And we talked about that a little bit earlier, kind of the way we approach these interviews and having these conversations, allowing everybody to be just genuine in themselves, laid back and relaxed. And, let's have a conversation like we're sitting at that bar having some wings and beers with you.
Perfect. How spicy do you like them?
I want to be sweating.
You and Mr. Englewood would get along.
Yeah, make it sweaty.
And I'm the complete opposite. I'm like, I don't want any spice at all. Give me like a teriyaki or something like that, and I'm good.
Yep.
I'm a classic buffalo kind of girly.
There you go. Well, as we kind of get comfortable here and get ready to start our conversation, can you let the listeners know, like we just found out, where can they find you online and on social media?
I am all over the place. If you go to mrsenglewood.com, and Englewood is spelled with an E, unlike Englewood in Colorado, or in, LA. Yeah. It's like the Colorado Englewood. Or I just learned Florida as well. Yeah, so you can go to mrsenglewood.com and find all of my links. I'm on Reddit, Instagram, Blue Sky, X, TikTok, all over the place. And as far as my spicier sites, you can find me on OnlyFans, Fansly, Loyal Fans, ManyVids, and Southern Charms.
All right.
Nice.
Well, Blue Sky will have to find you because we are on there as well.
It's new.
It's still growing. I mean, we just got through the week-long process where every form of Cammy is on there and has followed us.
How many different forms are there?
Oh, it was bad. I was actually on a few message boards, and they were like, "Oh my gosh!" Like within a week span, probably 100. Essentially, they're bots. It was Cammy, Camilla, like every day, and I'm like, all right, I got to go through and just delete all these.
Is that the default hot chick name?
It's funny because I'd even said, I'm like, all right, what's the next one that's going to come up? So I'm waiting.
Bambi or Barbie?
Yeah.
Barbie was last summer.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was wild, but I just have to say, too, just another one. She said Reddit. So we ask, have you figured that site out? Because we are still struggling with it. It drives me insane.
All right, I will be completely honest with you, 100% honest with you. My husband handles Reddit for me.
Okay.
I'm handling Reddit, and there's no sense of logic to it. And it's because each little subreddit is someone's little fiefdom, where they get to make their own rules, and you can use, an exclamation point or a question mark or the word boobs or whatever it is in whatever title. Or you get the ones that are like, such and such gone wild, anything goes, but not really anything goes, because they're going to kick you out if you either show too much or not enough. So it's just finding that sweet spot, and honestly, it's constantly finding new subreddits to post in. But thank God for my husband. Without him, I probably would have ripped all of this hair out. So
yeah, and I do a lot of the social media for us too, and I'm like, all right, let me get on Reddit, and I'm just like, it just drives me insane. I'm like, all right, I'll go back to Twitter. We have the Twitter safe, the Instagram safe, the Facebook safe. I'm like, Facebook and Instagram are one thing, and then Twitter, and now Blue Sky. Okay, I'll throw some stuff on Reddit, but yeah, it just it has driven me crazy. It goes there
and then just kind of dies.
Yeah, and very few people that we've talked to, they're like, yeah, Reddit. Well, you got to figure it out, and you got to this, and and I'm like, I wish I had the time to sit there and really kind of figure out how to set the algorithm and make it right and this, that, and yeah.
Yeah, you got to stop thinking of it in a logical fashion. It's not going to work out for you that way. You're only going to frustrate yourself, and that hamster in your brain is just going to jump off the wheels. So don't keep doing that to him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, So overall, there are plenty of places to find you.
Oh, yeah.
So that makes it extremely easy. Again, if you go to your mrsenglewood.com, that's essentially your link tree. We were there earlier, and
everywhere.
And everything was right there. So great. Well,
I make it easy to find me.
Yeah, and in this day and age, that's the best thing you could do.
That's how you play the game.
That's it.
That and trying not to get shadow banned from any of the
shadow ban block.
Right.
Yeah.
In general.
Well, the second you put anything spicy on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, you're shadow banned as it is. But I see so many people who lose their Instagram accounts or lose their TikTok accounts or lose their Facebook accounts or whatever, and I haven't, knock on wood, lost any yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been about 8 months since I put myself super, super out there and spicy.
Yeah. And when you get like that, the Facebook, Instagram world, it really is. Instagram is just so black and white because we've been flagged on posts, and I'm like, well, hold on. There was nothing here like really showing. But then I look at the next post and I'm like, well, that is a complete sheer outfit that you can see straight through. You see nipples, you see bush, you see it all.
Oh, I know.
But that's fine. What is going on? Obviously, we don't make Instagram enough money at the end of the day. That answers the question. All right, fine. We're not that big.
I don't have a big enough following on Instagram yet. I'm trying to grow that, especially with TikTok possibly going away. I'm trying to learn how to do reels better. But I don't know.
Oh, yeah. What's going on?
Who knows? Well,
Who knows?
That's a whole other can of worms. Yeah.
Somebody mentioned it earlier, and I can't remember who, and it was like, it was a passing. Like, I didn't, until it just came up again, I didn't pay attention to it.
Yeah. We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, start off. Kind of, can you share with us this progression? So you said 8 months ago, you really kind of jumped into and full out spicy. So what did it look like leading up to that? Like, where was this light bulb in your head or the twinkle in your eye that said, I'm going to do this. This is what I want to do. And be this, out there sexually and share myself.
Well, we'll have to jump in the Wayback Machine for a little bit. So come back.
Hot tub time machine.
Hot tub time machine.
Here we
go. Get the, what is it, the Chernobyl? Bust out the Chernobyl, break the controls. Let's go back 20 years. So 2005, picture it.
All right.
Prior to economic meltdowns. 2005, I actually started dating my now husband, who, and we had some conversations early in our dating life about how I thought it would be fun to make a little money on the side, being a little naughty on the internet. This was back during dial-up connection. I was
going to say AOL Messenger and all right.
Yahoo
MySpace
chat rooms, kind of. Yeah, that kind of vibe. So back in the day, before things like OnlyFans, before there was Pornhub, before all that kind of stuff, we found a site called Southern Charms and created the ultimate persona of the girl next door. Because that's always fit me. I don't have a look that's like the goth vampy chick or anything like that, or I can't really pull off a dominatrix thing. It just doesn't fit with my personality. So girl next door, that was definitely me. But girl next door with whorish tendencies, also definitely me. So
sign me up.
We walked it out on Southern Charms there consistently. That was my full-time job for about 8 years. And I decided at that point I was getting a little burnt out. The antiquated site, it's still charming. A lot of just still photos. You could sell some videos, not a good way to interact with fans, and everything just started to feel a little bit routine. So I stepped back, tried to head into the vanilla world, spent some time doing that, and hated it. Absolutely hated it. I don't like working for other people. I don't like not being able to set my own schedule. I don't like mornings. So if I can spend my morning laying in bed, I'm still working, but I'm laying in bed. That's a good life. So last March, my employment situation changed, and I left the industry that I was in at the time and decided, all right, fine, let's jump in with both feet and see what I can do by being more out there. Because before with Southern Charms, we kept that quiet.
Sure.
It wasn't like a advertise it out there. That wasn't in the days of Twitter and all that kind of stuff. So it took stuff for people to find me, but find me they did.
Yeah.
But more recently, I decided, like, all right, if I'm going to do this, the only way to make it big is you've got to help people find you. You can't just sit there and wait for people to come to you. So if I was going to do this, I knew I was going to do it full on. I wasn't going to just dip my toe.
Yeah.
I was going to dive in and see what happened. And it's been really, really fun. And for the most part, really, really rewarding. And what's really fun is a lot of my fans from the old Southern Charms days have found me again.
Nice.
And it's so fun to see new members on some of my other paid sites that say, oh my God, I've still got videos saved on my laptop of you from 20 years ago that I still watch. And now there's new stuff. So that doesn't suck. It's not unflattering. So.
And no, not at all. As you essentially built that following back then, as you said, on an antiquated system. The early days of the internet really weren't, that was, Persian kitty, and you're clicking and you're like, oh my gosh, oh, I'm starting to see a nipple. Oh, I'm starting to see that. Oh, as it's downloading, as the pixelating down, you're like, from there, and MySpace to what it is now.
It's so different.
It is night and day. And we've talked to performers from back in the 90s and the early 2000s. It's a whole different world. But it allows for that social media. I mean, social media drives everything. It allows for you to be front and center, to get onto all of those platforms, the Twitters, the Instagrams, the Reddits, and really get your name out there to those potential fans.
I think it also, the way things are now, I think it gives you more of an opportunity as a performer to be a little bit more unique, more individual. Back in the early days, there was almost a formula. Here's what's hot, here's what people are into, make this content kind of stuff. Well, now we know whatever you're into or whatever you want to film, whatever you want to record, somebody's into that. Mm-hmm. Somebody wants to see that. Mm-hmm. Whether that's the most searched for term on Pornhub or not, if that's your shtick, somebody wants to see you do it. So I say go for it. I love it.
Yeah. And we talk about that from the lifestyle side as, when you say lifestyle, well, lifestyle is the umbrella. Mm-hmm. And, it has become more open. We've learned and seen more things over the years to where, well, the fetish world, holy shit, it is
blown up.
Huge.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. I never would have seen all that kind of stuff 20 years ago. There's so.
Yeah, and we've even had that discussion, again, as we had said, we do a lot of the Exotica conventions. Well, these last two Exotica conventions, speaking of the fetish world, they do seminars. And the seminar listings included breath play, flogging, shibari, wax play. Like, that is stuff from our end, lifestyle-wise. When we got into the lifestyle 15 plus years ago, that was all the way over there. You didn't intermix. There was none of that. And now
you were lifestyle or you were kink.
Exactly. That is it. And, and again, you grow over the years. I mean, and we've shared on episodes. Yes, we have gotten to the point where it was always impact play. No way. Not even touching this, that. Well, we now have a few floggers, and it's something that Mrs. is like, holy shit. The first time she's like, oh shit, what have I been missing all this time?
Same.
Yeah, like, and it's funny because we talk to people and they're like, all right, well, you guys have experimented into that and you've gotten into that. So how are the sessions? And essentially with Mrs., she's like, it's about 3 to 4 minutes long. And then I'm like, oh my God, I am so wet. Just fuck me now. I am ready. I can't take it anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't think we've gotten past that 5-minute mark.
No.
Look at him. No,
not at all. You know, and it's, but
I think for me, with how you have always been with, like, you respect women, you don't hit a woman, you don't, for you to actually be able to do that.
Sure. That's
even for those couple minutes, I think that's what is more of a turn on.
Yeah. Well, and that is a struggle for me.
A different headspace. You've got to have to be in a different headspace entirely. And sometimes it doesn't work.
And again, but that is so much. Yes, back in the in the early 2000s, you didn't see that stuff. It just wasn't there.
Oh God, no.
And like you said, now it is. Now you're able to. Now, between the sites, yes, you can get on to OnlyFans and some of those and do some of that. And if they don't allow it, there are other platforms you can go to. So you're able to.
There are plenty out there.
Yeah. You're able to truly be yourself, experiment, learn, and grow.
It's nice that we don't, maybe society as a whole might still kink shame, but I feel like the people I interact with, the people that I spend my time with, there's been less kink shaming or judgment, especially over the last 10 years. Things have really shifted and changed. And, even in mainstream media and in, you hear little jokes cracked in movies, in TV shows and all these things that you're like, whoa, 20 years ago, that was a full-on lifestyle term. And now we're just throwing around words like cuck and all this kind of stuff. You're like,
yeah. Yeah. But a lot of the stuff from back in that, people are offended by. Like, it really is. It really is funny because, again, like, I used at one point in time, I was sitting outside and I turned Police Academy on. And our son, he's 20, he came out and he's sitting there watching and he's like, holy shit, Dad. He goes, they got away with this in movies? They couldn't do that now. People would be pissed off. Their panties would be in a bunch. I'm like, yeah, they're not wrong. I'm like,
I had my son watch Blazing Saddles.
Oh, geez, there you go. Yeah, it really is. It to see that something like that, but again, the realization, I don't know if is the right word, that this is there and it can be accepted. Is really good.
It's really good. It's freeing, and it feels a lot less scary to be who you are, to put yourself out there now. Like, people are still going to judge. You're always going to find people in your life that are going to judge you for whatever it is you do, whether it's lifestyle, content creation, or anything in between, or even non-sexual stuff. People are going to judge you for whatever you do, and the judgy people just don't have a place in my life.
Yeah, exactly. Guess what? It's my life. I'm going to live it. I'm going to have fun. And you don't like it? Tough shit.
Yeah, go find your own fun.
Yeah, exactly. Because I'm having lots of it.
All the time. All the time.
Or maybe just be bored because it doesn't seem like they're looking for fun.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if life's not fun, what are you doing?
That's it. But so that it really is to see, yes, there was a gap. And you got back into, hey, you know what? I enjoyed this years ago.
Very much. Yeah.
Let me get back in. And again, timing is different. There is so much, there's so much more to learn, essentially.
There's more to learn to even be in this space. I never, before, I didn't have to market myself. The site that I was on handled marketing, and a portion of my proceeds that they took went to marketing. So I didn't have to do that part. Well, now these sites have learned, let's not do any marketing. Let's make these people do it all on their own.
Sure.
And it's a good business model for them. It's a lot of work for creators, but once you figure out how to do it, the angles to work, what sites to be on, and and how to gain traction, you can make a good living doing this. So yeah.
Yeah. And again, it's essentially, you're right. It is your business. It is building your brand, and, back in those days too, it was a camera. Well, now it's a webcam. It's a GoPro. It's the sound. It's the lighting. There is so much.
It's a phone.
Yeah.
It's a phone. But a lot of lights.
There's so much that really goes into it that, people don't necessarily realize that either. It is a big change from the past with that as well.
Oh, big change. Huge. Yeah. Really, really big. I think back in the day, we took pictures with an SLR camera that had the back of it held shut with duct tape, I'm pretty sure. I think we might even still have that camera somewhere around. That's fun. But now it's iPhones and Androids, and they take better pictures than our old $400 SLR camera ever could. There's more data in a single picture from an iPhone than there was on that entire camera. So it's pretty crazy.
Yep. And again, to do it the right, I hate to say do it the right way, but to do it the right way, yes, it takes time. That is it as well, because those old cameras, you take a picture, you're like, all right, cool. There wasn't the editing software and, Lightroom and Photoshop and all of that. And then when you get into video editing, that's a whole nother world.
Tell me about it. Luckily, I don't handle that one either. So,
but even not just from a technology standpoint, but setting up the scene.
Sure. Yeah. And again, so there's a great question. When we see a scene that you put out, is that something that you have thought through, that you have developed? Like, is that telling a story? Is that...
I don't necessarily do a ton of stuff right now that's storytelling, although I'm getting more into that. But what it is usually is I know what kind of content the people who like me are looking for. And I know what content maybe I don't have enough of. Like, do I need a girl scene? Do I need stuff like this or whatever it is? And whoever I'm filming with, there's always that conversation beforehand. After the paperwork signing and the photo ID picture taking and all that kind of stuff, then you're like, oh, here's boundaries. Here's what I'm looking for. Here's this, we're going to switch positions at this point. Or if the cameraman says like, hey, stop, do this, just listen, don't argue kind of stuff. It's just, it's all a conversation. So,
yeah. Which flip over to lifestyle, the conversation, the ground rules, the how, because again, yes, you want to enjoy yourself doing this, but at the end of the day as well, you got to have a quality product to put out.
Yes.
Because your name is behind it and it's your brand.
Yep. That's super, super important. I'm not going to put, even if I'm having a great time filming a video, if the video itself doesn't turn out good. I've had a few that the footage didn't translate what was going on, wasn't good enough to release, and I wasn't going to put that out there just because that's not something I want to put my name on. I want to make sure that people can enjoy it for what it is and not have to be like, I don't know, it's so dark, I can't see anything. So,
yeah. Well, when you got to the point, getting back in, of, hey, did you start just solo or, just with your husband? Or was it, hey, guess what? I'm going to dive in. I'm going to add women. I'm going to add men. What was your vision, I guess, is the real question.
I always knew it wasn't going to be just me solo. And historically, my husband and I have not filmed a ton together. We have in the past with Southern Charm stuff, but he's really more the behind the scenes guy. Also, it works with our kind of sexual dynamic, kind of the hot wife situation.
Sure.
He enjoys watching, so it works out for everybody concerned. So I knew I wasn't going to be just a solo performer, but I was going to have a lot of that solo stuff sprinkled in too. It wasn't just constant guest star kind of things, but I always knew that I was comfortable with that. I had no problem with that. My husband has no problem with that. So that was going to be the content that I filmed. And part of my brand is that I do like exploring new partners. So bringing more people into the mix is very much a characteristic of who I am. So.
And nothing wrong with that. Variety is, again, I mean, that's why we kind of got into the lifestyle was, hey, look, variety, explore, have fun. Everybody is different. Everybody's body parts are different. Everybody's tongue moves different. Everybody's fingers are jointed a little differently. I mean, hey, take your pick.
Sometimes you just want a little strange. And
I have. There's a friend of ours at the cigar lounge that I go to. It is so funny that you said that because he has said that so many times. I'm like, hey, so it's gone, and he's like, I'm hopping on a plane. I'm traveling this week. Need a little strange. It's time for the change. And I'm like, oh man, but he's not wrong.
That.
He's not wrong.
Sometimes you get a little strange, and then all of a sudden you're like, I'm really, really grateful for what I have at home. Or maybe you're like, you know what? That was fun. I'd like to add something in over here. Hey, honey, come here. I'll tell you something. So,
yeah, he uses exactly that. Time for a little strange. And I'm like, oh man, I got you. Been there.
Anybody who says they don't crave a little strange,
they're lying. Nope. Calling bullshit. Yep.
Yep. Nope. Don't trust
Yep.
Don't trust you.
So as you build this brand, what do you have a goal? What going into 2025? Did you set goals? Is this the direction you want? Are you looking to, hey, maybe go to mainstream, grow this?
I don't see myself at this point going mainstream. Yeah. I feel like the income and creativity potential is much better when you're kind of more on the amateur side of things. Mm-hmm. Not that going mainstream is bad, and not that I wouldn't perhaps pursue those opportunities if provided to me. Yeah. But I think right now being in control of my brand, of what I'm doing, of my marketing, and making sure that it's authentic to who I am as a person, not just, this is the scene you're going to play, and you're the stepmom in this scene or whatever it is, and that's going to be your shtick. That's your niche. I'm all over the place. I can do whatever it feels right in that moment. So right now, I think that's what I prefer. As far as setting goals for 2025, I think right now I'm setting more shorter term goals rather than longer term, to kind of, because I feel like, I don't know, in this industry, there's always a little bit of volatility. So you've always got to figure out, at what point do I suddenly have to pivot and start doing something differently? Or, so I don't want to pigeonhole myself and say that, by the end of 2025, I'm going to do this thing. It's more about growing my social media platforms, possibly branching out into a couple of other areas. I've done some interviews with local reporters and things talking about daytime talk shows and morning talk shows and things like that. So I think it would be interesting, although talk about getting way more accepting when suddenly you've got a spicy content creator hosting your 6 a.m. coffee talk. So that'd be interesting.
But again, there's a lot within that in the smashing the stigma of not just sex work in the industry, but sexuality and positive sexuality overall.
I think when we start repressing people's sexuality, that's when we start getting unhappy, angry people. When you repress any part of yourself, you're going to bury feelings. You're going to do all that kind of stuff. So I think, not everybody's going to be completely sexually liberated and talk about, their love of having, as much new cock as they can find. Sorry, it's fun, but
sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Not sorry. But, not everybody is going to go there, but maybe somebody else's version of freedom is saying like, hey, I don't even like sex. I don't want to get involved in sex. I think it's gross. Like, whatever it is, or whatever your thing is, just let's all be accepting of one another and realize that whatever this person wants to do, it's not really going to affect you. So just let it be.
Exactly. Everybody has their own kink, their own fetish, their own vision and feel of what gets them off. And guess what? If it doesn't affect you, then why the hell should you care?
If it's not harming anybody, if it's not affecting you, leave it alone. Yeah. Leave it alone. Let those people be happy.
Yep. Yeah. Let them. Let them get off how they need to get off. And again, it is a learning experience, and it's been suppressed for so long. And again, we've talked, as you said, the neighbor. Okay, yeah, the innocent neighbor. Well, we've said that before because Mrs. is that Catholic schoolgirl.
Oh, yeah.
In real life, Catholic schoolgirl turned naughty. Our first...
I went to Catholic school.
Yeah, see? All the Catholic girls are really freaky. I like it a lot. When we first kind of started dabbling in the lifestyle, she's like, well, maybe I'm kind of like bi-curious, this, that. We had our first kind of real experience.
After the...
Oh, yeah, the first one was a shit show.
One?
Yeah. The first one, we woke up the next morning, we're like, what the fuck just happened?
In the lifestyle, we've all had them.
We've all had them,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yep. And after that, the next one after that, we got up the next morning, she goes, oh, shit, I am bi without a doubt.
There's no curiosity.
Yeah, she's like, change that shit on the profiles now. I'm like...
My curiosity has been cured.
Yeah. But
no longer curious, just insatiable.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I mean, granted, she is the one that got us kicked out of a strip club for going down on somebody in the bathroom.
No, it was just
happens.
It was just we were both fingering each other. There was no going down yet. We got caught before it got that far.
Yeah.
I was kicked out.
Yeah. I was sitting at the stage and she calls me. She's like, hey, I'm outside. I got kicked out. I'm like, I just got another drink. What do you mean? She's like, yeah, come outside. I'm like, shit. Yeah. I was like, what did you do? And they were just looking. I'm like, oh, man.
You're crazy. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, did anybody have a phone and video this? What are we talking about?
I was a little distracted.
Yeah. I'm like, come on.
And we missed the feature that we were there.
Yeah, we were there for a feature. The feature's getting ready to come out. She's like, I'm like, okay.
I think I was actually more pissed about that than getting caught.
Yeah. I went back in. I asked the guy, literally the bathroom is right by the door and the entrance and the bouncer was there. And I was like, how do you know? He went, I could hear. I'm like, yeah, but that could have just been, I went back out and she's like, she's loud, right? And I'm like, oh, Jesus.
Not me. The other, yeah.
I'm like, damn it.
You had to shoot your shot.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't hate. No judge. I am just here to listen.
Yeah. So, question, as we've talked about, hey, getting into, the industry, lifestyle, all of this, very truly open sexually, enjoy everything.
Absolutely, yeah.
We talked about social media and, enjoying wings and beers in your football gear. So it is playoff time of the year for the NFL.
Is.
So have you always been a sports fan?
No, okay. I was a theater kid. Okay. Still a theater kid at heart. And in fact, I wouldn't even say I'm a sports fan.
Okay.
I'm a Kansas City sports fan.
All right. Fair.
So I like my Chiefs. I like my Royals. I like my KC Current. I can take Sporting KC or leave them. They don't win. So, well, neither do the Royals, but that's not the point right now.
The Royals had a little run a couple years back. Yeah,
Yeah, like 10 years back. So it's like my sports fandom centers around my Kansas City teams. So if I'm researching teams, it's basically only what's going to benefit my teams the most. So I'm not the person that does a fantasy football draft. I don't watch any NBA teams. I could care less.
I can't deal with basketball. It's an hour long of squeaky shoes. I'm like, I'm sorry.
That makes my teeth hurt.
Exactly.
So bad. I hate that noise.
Yep.
No, thank you. Absolutely not. So, I am a sports fan. I love my sports and I like to talk shit. Specifically Joe Burrow. So, yeah.
Well, hey, all right, we're in the same boat then. I mean, being in Pittsburgh and Steelers on this side, Joe Burrow, guess what? Yeah, you're in Cincinnati. Yeah. Are you going to bungle another game? Yes, you are. Yep.
He has frosted tips. I just like to point that out. He has frosted tips like he's a member of NSYNC in the late 90s. What is he doing?
Trying to be Joey Fatone. How about I pull that name out? Check me out.
Oh, look at you.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, but even Joey Fatone, for however old he is now, probably still looks better.
Then Joe Burrow with frosted tips.
Yeah.
Joey Fatone doesn't have frosted tips. Justin Timberlake doesn't even have frosted tips anymore. But Joe Burrow thinks that that's what you need to be rocking.
Yeah. Yep. They realize that the 90s are gone. There you go.
The 90s called. They'd like their hairstyle back.
So, what else can we see Mrs. Englewood doing in her time when she's not filming, when she's not creating content, when she's not working? What else makes you you? What do you enjoy to do?
I love traveling. I love eating delicious food. Food is a big part of my life.
We're right in the same boat. I mean, culinary guy, trained chef. Yeah.
My recent, not even recent, I'd say my obsession for about the last 6 months is drunken noodles. I cannot get Thai drunken noodles. I'm such a whore for any noodle, but the drunken noodles specifically, yeah, that's my jam. That's what I get down on.
So
with tofu.
What was that?
With crispy tofu.
Okay. It's actually funny because during the day I do consulting and sales in food service, trained chef, and at night I help run a restaurant, farm to table winery. The one owner makes his own wine, everything there. And we actually just had a conversation because an item I developed on the most recent menu about 2 years ago is a drunken pasta. We actually take the fresh pasta, and rather than boiling it in water, it's boiled in red wine.
Oh, shut up. That sounds delicious.
It's served over a roasted vegetables with a little bit of goat cheese on it. And it's one of those, like a hidden thing on the menu. And like you either love it or you hate it. It's one of those things that the goat cheese has to be on it. It balances it out. It's just wild.
Goat cheese is a polarizing cheese. You either love goat cheese or you hate goat cheese.
Yep.
And I found in my time that more men hate goat cheese than women who hate goat cheese.
Yep. And we have so many people that are like, no, we don't want the cheese on it. And I'm like, well, I'll tell the server, look, they need to put the cheese on it because it balances out. This stuff is cooked in a Cabernet wine.
You need that tangy.
It balances, and it's just, but yeah, when you said the drunken noodles, I'm like, yeah, that's one of the things I've played around with. Nice.
That is my jam. Lulu's Thai Noodle Shop here in Kansas City in the Crossroads. That's the shit.
Nice. Awesome. So travel.
Some noodles. Yeah, travel. Yeah. Absolutely. So, I haven't done enough traveling in my life because I've had children for so long. But youngest one's going to get pushed out of the nest here before too long. So it's time to go.
So what are the top, 3 to 5 destinations
that I have been or I would like to go to?
You would like to go, and then we'll talk about where you've been, where you may like, because I enjoy travel. I love travel. I've kind of got her into that as well.
I want to go to Rome for sure. I was raised Catholic, though I am recovered now. Oh, you almost made you spit that drink out. So even though I am a recovered Catholic, I still want to see the Vatican. That's, an absolute marvel of architecture. It's so old. It's so gorgeous. I can remember looking at pictures of the Vatican when I was little and those big, huge columns that are like swirly and stuff. I just want to go see all of that. I think that's so cool. Edinburgh, Scotland, dying to go to
Scotland. Yep.
My dad's side of the family, several hundred years ago, originally immigrated from Scotland. Nice. So I've got some very, very distant family over there that I would love to go find and get absolutely shit-faced with. I think that would be a blast. I'm not eating
Scotch
haggis,
right in, yeah, there you go.
Absolutely. Still not going to eat haggis. I won't do it.
Oh, no, yeah, they can keep the haggis.
Yeah.
Nope.
None of that. No, what
you don't even want to know what haggis is? You don't know. They can keep it.
Yeah, you think some.
Is it leftover parts?
You don't even want to smell it.
No, we're not going to discuss it. We really don't.
Okay.
It's fish.
It's and with some grains involved. There's, I think, barley or something.
Yeah.
Very hard to get used to those Scottish winters. So yeah, definitely.
It's their version of Spam that doesn't smell real good.
Spam is a delicacy compared to this.
I ain't got a problem with a little Spam sandwich.
You eat some Hawaiian food, Spam is featured. I'm telling you, it gets awfully savory when you fry that stuff. Don't hate on it. Let's see, other destinations. Who doesn't want to see Paris? Of course.
Yeah.
You can actually go stay in the Palace of Versailles now, so I would love to do that. I think that would be so baller.
Nice.
I've always wanted to visit Russia. My sister actually traveled to Russia before the Soviet Union fell.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, when she was in high school, and they were followed by KGB agents the whole time. And I would love to go visit and see what it's like and compare notes of what she remembers to what I could see now, because it's 30 years difference.
And some of the like the colored architecture and stuff that you see in Moscow and like it really is unique, and you're going, it's in Russia. Like that's something you would imagine you see in Asia or something like that. So yeah, it is very just wild looking.
Huge, massive landmass that I can only imagine how things from one end to the other are different. We always think about how massive the United States is. Yeah, there are plenty of places just as big.
Yeah.
See, you all are talking about the architecture and stuff like that, and I'm thinking, what can I eat there?
So
many things,
and that really is. So I
don't look anything like I would.
Well, but I'm always thinking that too. I mean, and we have a friend that was just in Rome.
Like caviar and vodka.
Exactly. Yeah, and boiled potatoes. Yeah.
No boy.
Oh, I love a potato.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I'm
we
a
have
Western girl. Feed me a potato any day.
Done easy. Yeah. We have a friend who was just in Rome over the holidays, and she was like, I'm like the Colosseum and all of that architecture and everything. I would love. So I'm right there with.
And I want to go to Pompeii.
Okay, yeah.
I can remember learning about Pompeii as a child. I was obsessed with the National Geographic magazine. And I remember that one specific episode of the National, or whatever, of the National Geographic magazine where it had all the pictures right after they'd found Pompeii. And I just thought that was the coolest thing. So nice. I would love to go to Pompeii.
Awesome. So the top 3 to 5 that you have traveled to.
I have not done a ton of traveling outside of the U.S. at this point, but I would say New York City is on the top of my list. I would love to go back and spend a lot more time. When we went, we were with our youngest son, so we didn't get to have a whole lot of grown-up time. So I would love to go explore the more seedy sexual underbelly of New York City and see what I can find. And a whole lot more food.
So Mrs. is originally from Connecticut. We lived in Connecticut for quite a few years, and we're literally 45 minutes from Manhattan.
Oh, my God.
To the point that jump in the car, drive into Manhattan, do what we needed to do, and drive out. I love New York City to visit. I'd never lived there, couldn't live there, but New York City, it really is it is a fun city and a lot to do.
I stayed on the Upper West Side, and I felt very at home.
Okay.
There, I loved how walkable everything was. You know, you live in the Midwest, and if you don't own a car, you're not going anywhere. New York, oh my God, the subway was like a block from our hotel. And we were able to get everywhere with no.
It's interesting.
People always talk about how New Yorkers are so rude and mean. My experience was exactly the opposite.
And you get, I mean, any city is that way. I mean, my first experience in New York City was essentially New Year's Eve, 96 going into 97. Friend from college, he was like, come out. He lived in Jersey. I flew out to Jersey. We got a bus. We pulled into Penn Station at 3:00 on New Year's Eve. I walked out and I went, what the hell did I sign up for? I'm glad I got a lot of booze. It was.
I have no desire to do that at this stage in my life, because if there is not a ready, clean bathroom, I'm not.
It was.
And you were still.
Well, I would say still 18 at the time,
Yeah.
but it was.
I was 18.
Yeah, it was insane. Literally, we missed the last bus out of Penn Station, and we just sat in Penn Station and drank the rest of the. I was sitting in Penn Station drinking straight from a bottle of Jack Daniels until the next bus at 7 a.m. I was like, I called my parents. I'm like, hey, I'm not going to be home for New Year's. Why? I'm like, we missed the bus. I'll fly home later. Leave me alone.
I'm experiencing life.
Yeah, I'm like, well, I'm a freshman in college. Leave me alone.
Right, and now you're like,
that wouldn't happen now.
now you're like, done it once. Good with that.
I have no.
Never again.
Yep, New Year's Eve in New York City. Nope, don't need to deal with it. Great.
Well, we were talking about favorite destinations, so my next one is actually New Orleans, but I've never been to New Orleans for actual Mardi Gras, and I have no desire to go.
New Orleans is on our bucket list. I love Cajun food, Creole, all that. And if we have not been to New Orleans, it's been there. Our son has been like, hey, Dad, I want to go to New Orleans. And I'm like, well, you're not of age. He's like, well, the World War II museum's there. I think it is what it is. And I'm like,
There's some kind of, he's in
I get history and all, but until you're 21, you ain't going to New Orleans. I'm going first.
New Orleans is a blast, and you don't need to be there during Mardi Gras to experience Bourbon Street. I've been to New Orleans several times, never during Mardi Gras. Trust me, I came away with plenty of beads. No issues there.
Yeah, all right.
None. And the food is incredible, and just it feels different from any other city I've spent time in the United States. It doesn't feel like an American city. It feels different. The French architecture that's there, the different sounds and smells and cultures where you've got, Creole culture and African culture and French culture and everything kind of all merging together. And then you have the oldest bar in the country is in New Orleans, the oldest still operating bar in the country. And it's been operating for like 300 years or something like that. And it's still in the same building. It's in the quarter.
Yep.
Right,
so it's a true melting pot, essentially, of everything.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
It's one of those places you walk down the street and there's like this weird little alley that leads into somebody's gorgeous courtyard that you could just see from the street, and also it smells like piss and garbage. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't there a big is it a lifestyle event?
Well, Naughty and Nolans is down there. It's a huge lifestyle takeover of it's a week-long lifestyle takeover, and it's kind of always been on that list, but again, it's never worked out in like for a schedule for us. But New Orleans is definitely a bucket list trip for us.
I would say go in the spring because it is humid AF.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, my God.
Yep. Great for the northern guy in western Pennsylvania. Perfect.
Yeah, I have much curlier hair in New Orleans. Than
just like going to Florida in the summertime.
There's certain things I'm like, I'm going to be sweaty in places I don't want to be sweaty and didn't know I could be sweaty. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Yeah, you get slump ass pretty quick.
Instantaneous. You'll get off the flight, get out of the jetway, and you're like, ooh, all right. Yeah.
It's like heading to Key West, swamp ass.
Yep.
Both destinations, very worth it. So, very, very worth it. Yeah, I also love Key West. Key West is delicious. And you get a lot of the same kind of food that you get in New Orleans in Key West. So, there's a lot of similar architecture, too. So,
yep. Key West is somewhere we need to spend time. Like, I've been to Key West, and they've always been like cruise stops.
Yeah.
On a cruise ship, they get in, and they want you to do the tourist trap shit. Sloppy. You do, what is it? It's free.
Sloppy Joe's.
Sloppy Joe's and stuff. What is, I can't think of the name of that street. Is it?
Oh.
What's that? Duval Street. Yeah. Oh. And that's what you do. And like, I'm going, okay, this is tourist trap bullshit. And we have friends that go down there and they're like, no, you got to see the other parts of the island. You got to be other places, not just on Duval Street. I'm like, okay, fine.
No, it's a lot of fun. I love going down there and finding just like a little like Airbnb, VRBO kind of place to stay. Don't stay in a hotel, wander around, figure out where the good spots are close by to get something to eat. Ernest Hemingway's house is worth doing once, but don't try to pet the cats. They're assholes.
There you go. Good to know.
They're assholes. Complete assholes. They are so spoiled, and good for them. With all those toads, they deserve it. So
Nice. Well, and yeah, I mean those are some, like, again, unique places. Yep, New York we've done, like we said. New Orleans, yep, that had got to be on the list. So, but travel just really is to be able to just say, hey, I want to go. With doing what you're doing, you have that ability to say, hey, guess what? I just want to go.
well, and what's wonderful about that is, let's say I want to take a trip. So we take a family trip. As long as I film a little bit while I'm there, guess what's tax deductible?
Ding, 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 ding.
Yay! So benefits to the business.
And we actually just over the holidays, I told Mrs. I'm like, look, we just need to get away. It's been a long year. We've had a lot of personal things happen, deaths in the family, all that. I booked a cheap ass cruise.
Perfect.
In between Christmas and New Year's. I'm like, you know what? This is cheap. We're going to see how it is. I've done a lot of cruises over the years because I will say probably it's either number one or number two destination I've ever been to was we did a cruise to Havana, Cuba.
Nice.
Phenomenal.
That would be cool.
Cuba and South Dakota are, like, for me, number one and number two, side by side. Yeah. And so we booked this cruise. Literally, I'm like, we're gone. Guess what? We actually jumped in the car because I wasn't paying what they wanted for plane tickets to Florida. Drove from Pittsburgh to Florida. Guess what? That's to be able to do that is great.
It is great to have the freedom to be able to do something like that. I wish our economy was set up better to where more people could do stuff like that.
Yeah. And again, it was something where, my day job, I looked and I went, oh, shit. Like, I started with them back in April. I didn't realize they immediately gave me 2 weeks paid vacation. I told her, I'm like, oh, shit. And I told my friend at the restaurant that I help run, I was like, guess what? I'm not working between Christmas and New Year's. Sorry.
I'm sorry, bye.
And her schedule, she was off as well. I'm like, guess what? We're gone. Hopped in, and we got on the cruise. Well, the one night on the cruise, she's like, what are we doing? I went, I got the backpack. What's in the backpack? I said,
I didn't even have to ask what was in the backpack.
A recorder and microphones. Guess what? We're recording a cut for the show. Now you know what this is? A business trip. I'm like, ta-da, here we are.
I mean, how great is it to be able to go to Vegas and write that off?
Yeah, exactly. And it was so funny, though, as we talk about people being more open and lifestyle and all that. We set up the recorder, set up the microphones. People are walking by. They're like, oh, you're doing a podcast, this, that. We ended up meeting two different people that were lifestyle on the Vanilla Cruise. It was, and I'm like, see, it's a Vanilla Cruise. Look at this.
Seems like it's a swirl.
And that's what I said. Look, and it's funny because lifestyle, the sex positive, just that mindset, they tend to flock. It really is so weird because the one couple, I'd been talking to him for over a day because we were sitting on the deck drinking bourbon and smoking cigars.
Nice. And
then the podcast, like he asked us about the podcast, and then he's like, oh, so interesting. And I was, and the way we put it was, well, it's adult entertainment, but it's sex positivity. It's this. Oh, so swingers? Okay. So you know where we're going. It was so funny, but I'm just like, all right, we checked the box. Guess what? Tax write-off, business expense. Here we are.
Love it. I think that's amazing.
Yeah. And again, hopefully that works out for you, and you're able to, start hitting some of those places.
Headed to Vegas next month. No, next week.
Well, and I was going to say, based on when we're recording this, that's the next question was going to be conventions, and I know you're headed to AVN.
I am, yeah.
All right. So, are you are you going as a fan, as a performer? Are you going to be at a booth? How's that?
I will be at a booth. I will be at the Loyal Fans booth.
Okay.
Actually,
Nice.
Wednesday and Thursday of the convention. So I'll be on the floor and available to meet fans from 3 to 5 p.m. both Wednesday the 22nd and Thursday the 23rd.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Well, and we know a lot of the people at the Loyal that handle the Loyal Fans booth at Exotica.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm considering also coming to Chicago in April for Exotica.
We will be in Chicago. Yep. Okay. We will be in Chicago. Chicago's
barring a blizzard either here or there.
We always do a kind of, a party on Saturday night in our room at Chicago for friends, performers. But Chicago's a fun time.
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
I know much about Exoticas. I've not been to any yet. So I'm excited to learn.
Yeah, that is awesome. Yeah. So, AVN coming up, based on when this airs, you know what? Hey, go out and make sure you see. We won't be at AVN. We had kind of talked about it again, third year of the nomination of the show on the fan voting for AVN. We can't get a flight out of Pittsburgh that makes sense to Vegas.
You used to be able to find like crazy cheap flights to Vegas. Like 10, 15 years ago, I feel like you could get like an insanely cheap flight to Vegas because they figured once they got you there, they were going to take all your money. Anymore, it's expensive to get to Vegas. It's expensive to get a hotel in Vegas, and it's expensive as hell to eat in Vegas. So,
yep.
Well, and
you have to stay outside of Vegas because we were in Vegas last year for vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But everything worked out the right way for us. So last year we had a camper. We drove it. I hauled it actually right through Kansas City in the Chiefs area. We hauled we hauled it from Pittsburgh all the way through Denver, the Rockies, and went to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
But we stayed in Henderson.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we stayed in Henderson, and it was $59 a night at the campground.
You can find cheap places to stay. Yeah. We've got some friends that live out there that we've stayed with, but we tend to like to stay kind of center strip.
Sure. Yeah, and her sister and Mrs. Sister lives in Henderson.
Perfect.
So we could stay there. Yeah, it's a 20-minute drive. It's a rent a car. I love Vegas, but I'm a gambler. I am the people person.
I love Vegas. I don't gamble.
I'm not. No.
She's not a gambler.
I love the people watching. The people watching is the best.
And it's funny because when we were out there, the one night we went down to Fremont Street, and it was a family trip. Our son was with us. He was 19. We're on Fremont Street. The bands are going. Everything's going. I'm having a beer. The
lights up above are going and music. Yeah.
And we got back in the car to leave. It was like 3:00 in the morning. And he goes, "Dad, do you really like that fucking Insanity?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" He went, "That's insane." I'm like, you know what? Freaking I'm like the energy, the atmosphere. I love it. Yeah,
but maybe it's like a response of being Gen X. I don't know. We like a little chaos, a little uncertainty. That feeling in the crowd where all of a sudden you're like, "This feels like it's about to turn," but I'm going to watch the shit show.
Exactly. Yep. I'm going to watch this dumpster fire happen because it's coming right now.
Where I can get away from it, and then I'm just going to watch like, "Oh, that dude over there, he's going to."
Yeah.
But he took our son to Vegas 3 or 4 years ago when he was 13 years old. We only had a short amount of time during the summer. We're like, we're going to take a quick summer vacation. Where do you want to go? Anywhere you want to go, as long as we can make it happen, we'll make it happen. And he picked Vegas. Bet. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
So we take him out to Vegas. We go see Penn and Teller. We go see Blue Man Group. We take him out. We went down to Fremont Street.
Nice.
Before we hit Fremont, like, hey, things are going to be a little different down here than they are on the Strip. We did the whole zip line through the Fremont Street experience.
Okay, nice.
So we get back and we read his, back to school, what did you do over the summer paper that he had to turn in? and he referred to that vacation as the best week of his life. So, parenting win in my book.
Yeah.
Freaking love it. And then we asked him a couple years later, like, hey, bud, why did you choose Vegas? He goes, it was a joke. I didn't think you guys would go for it.
Oh, even better. Oh, nice.
You're welcome, kiddo.
And I had been to Vegas a few times growing up. I had the benefit. My father worked for the airlines growing up, so I flew for free.
Nice.
So we would just go, and like I went the week after I turned 21. My cousin lived down there for years and years. She was a performer on the Strip, and she got married. So I literally went down there the week after I turned 21, and I'm like, yeah, here we go. And I just enjoy Vegas to no end.
You did.
It's so much fun.
You did also get quite smashed.
Oh, I was
the night before you left for Vegas.
Flight out, and it was a rough start, but yeah, Vegas really is a fun time. And again, I'm bummed that we couldn't make it out, because I actually had the ability even last year to back things, because AVN is happening, and the same as last year, there's actually a cigar trade show that starts the Tuesday after AVN.
Oh man, wow.
And the friend of mine here that I work with, he's like, why don't you come to the trade show? And I'm like, boy, I could literally do porn and then cigars after. I'm like, I couldn't survive 2 weeks in Vegas. No, sorry, not a thing.
No, we're going to be out there for 4 days, and it'll be a miracle if I survive, not because I'm going to be drinking so much, but I have 12 collaborations booked and on the calendar between Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. to Saturday at 5:30 p.m.
And you're going to be signing at the Loyal Fans booth 2 days.
And I have 4 hours of signing time on the expo floor. Yeah.
Yep. You're going to have a busy couple days.
Yeah, probably.
Cool. Well, hopefully you make it out to Chicago. And we get a chance. Yeah. And we get a chance to meet in person.
That would be awesome. I would love that.
Yeah, and again, Chicago's fun. The way it's laid out, it's set up. It definitely is fun. So,
well, and I just love Chicago in general. Chicago has always felt like a second home. So,
yeah,
I love it.
And it's nice because it's in Rosemont, so it's outside of the city.
Okay, nice.
So if you want to go to the city, you can go to the city, but you're far enough removed that.
Get me inside the loop. I love it.
Yeah. We're far enough outside the loop that it isn't total insanity. But if you want to go into the insanity, you hop on the T and get right in.
Bring it to me. I love it. We spent spring break, I think, last year in Chicago. I can't even remember. We took another trip with Boy Child to Chicago and had some incredible, amazing times. Went to see some show like a circus inside of a hotel. I don't know. It was insane, and I loved it.
Nice. Well.
The things we do for our kids, right?
Yeah, exactly. Seriously.
Totally for me. I got to dress up and put on a tiny top hat. So, I mean,
there you go. Oh, perfect. Oh, well, this is, gosh, we've talked now for over an hour. This has been a great conversation. And again, we truly appreciate the time that you gave us.
Absolutely.
It's been awesome getting to know you a little bit more. Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No.
Oh, sorry. So
did you hear the hamster or something?
I don't know.
The hamster, did it jump out of your wheel?
Smack me in the side of the head. Yeah. Hey.
I talk about the hamster in my brain all the time, so that's always an analogy for me.
It's always going. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just bouncing all over every corner.
Yeah, yeah.
No, mine is usually like my computer browser with like a million tabs open, and there's music coming from somewhere, and I don't know where, and
yeah, kids yelling over here and screaming over here, and
some tab you've got porn on it, and you can't figure out which one, but you hear moaning.
Yeah. You're like, oh boy, I better shut that off quickly. Oh, I better shut that off. Somebody's gonna hear it.
That's a company
try
computer.
walking into your own house and hearing moaning and realizing that's me. My husband's editing a video.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Oh. Well, one more time before we go, can you let all the listeners know where can they find you online and on social media?
If you head to mrsenglewood.com, Englewood spelled Englewood, that's going to take you to all of my sites, both social media as well as spicy sites, as well as a few other podcasts that I've been on. So I can't wait to include this link on there. That's going to be super, super fun. But yeah, you can find everything there, or search for me on X, on Reddit, on Insta, TikTok, Fansly, OnlyFans, ManyVids, Southern Charms. I am a little bit on the Pornhub, but I do live in the Midwest. Difficult to be on there. So.
All right. Well, and yep.
And she actually called it X.
I know.
I try because I get so much shit from people when I call it Twitter. But
it'll always be Twitter. You
post something on there. What are you doing? Are you posting? You're tweeting.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Hey, that's just like as we talked about football. We're here in Pittsburgh. It's Heinz Field. It's not Acrisure Stadium. It will always be Heinz Field.
You should see the uproar that happened at first when it was Arrowhead, or what it was like GEHA Field.
I was going to say, something at Arrowhead. Oh yeah,
GEHA Field, and the Chiefs Kingdom lost their ever-loving mind for just a half a second there. But you know what? Corporate sponsorships pay the bills, so just calm down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're right.
Better than my taxpayer dollars. So let's go.
Yeah, there
Always.
You go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, again, thank you. It has been a pleasure.
You guys are a blast. Thanks
All
so
right.
much for having me on.
Thank you. All right. Well, that about wraps up that conversation. And I guess first off, if you're going to be in Vegas, based on when this episode is launching, be sure to check her out. She did give a couple dates and times as she will be in Vegas for AVN this coming weekend. So make sure you stop by, say hello, support her, all the other beautiful performers and creators that are going to be at the convention in Vegas. And, well, yeah, we did talk a little bit. Maybe there'll be a return to the tub in the future.
Yes.
Maybe from Chicago. At least that's the hopes. But again, we appreciate you taking time out and tuning in for this episode. And we're going to call it a wrap. You think so?
I think so.
All right. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias. Berg Couple for Fun on Twitter and Instagram. The Bergs on Facebook and Reddit. OnlyFans
Yeah.
is... What's the OnlyFans? There's two of them.
There are.
Did you... yeah, I remember that one. There's two of them. So, there is ours. Is Berg Couple for Fun. But then... Then...
Yes.
Mrs. has her own.
That's right.
Oh. And that is...
Mrs. Berg.
All right. So, you can catch us there as well. You can hit us up on email, thebergs@inourtub.com.
Right.
Our website is inourtub.com.
Catch us on Free Swap or...
Full.
Yeah, full Free Swap. Full Swap Radio.
I mean,
See, you asked me if I remember my
Free
lines.
for all swap. I mean, hey.
On
more the
Full Swap
merrier.
Radio.
Yes. Monday at 9 and Fridays at 1. And hey, keep an eye out on those social medias as well. That's where our travel plans and the upcoming where we gonna be is gonna be. So, with that, remember to pay for your porn. Support all the wonderful, beautiful content creators and performers that we have on this show, that we know within the industry. Take care of yourself, mental health. Do what makes you keep ticking and being yourself. Remember to wrap it before you tap it. Lick it before you stick it. And until next time,
We'll keep the lights on and the tub warm for you.